Hello, good morning, everyone. So today is 20th August. It's Friday. A good day, everyone. So TGIF, and let us start our briefing by taking the recap on previous important economic data. So the first one is US initial jobless claims on last night. Okay, so 14 August. So previous is 377,000. The forecast is 363,000 and the actual is 348,000, which is slightly lower than the forecast. So which means this is very good. This is a good news for USD because we can see that the labor market is getting strong now. Okay, so the next one is US Philadelphia. So Fed Manufacturing Index August. So the previous is 21.9, the forecast is 23, and the actual is 19.4, which is lower, than the forecast. So this is not really not good for the USD. But we get go to look at our graph here. Look at the dollar index here. So actually we can see that the USD index is getting higher and higher, and it's break the new high record since 9 months ago. Okay, so to 93.5. Okay, it is still getting higher and stronger now, but a lot of analysts in the market, they will see that they predict the US dollar index will rise up to 95. Okay, so we go back to our PowerPoint here. So the previous day market volatility is for gold. The market volatility of gold prices of gold market last night is it declined 150 pips, as we can see here inside the red rectangle here. So let us read the factor here. What happened on the gold market last night? So gold prices weakened on Thursday, which is yesterday. So spot gold closed down 0.42% to 1780.38 dollar per ounce. So the strong US dollar and bets that the Fed might reduce bond purchases earlier suppress sentiment. So earlier, which means in this year, they might do this. Okay. So the next one is previous day Forex market volatility review. So for the GBP USD, there is a new low. We can see that a lot of, we'll go back to our market graph here first. Okay, so actually we can see that a lot of new low and new high in the market, especially in the Forex market here. Okay, so we go back to PowerPoint here. So we can see that the new low, which is GBP USD and EUR USD, AUD USD, and NZD USD, they are new low since some days, as we can see here. And the new high is for the USD CAD. There's a new high since 4th February this year. Okay, so let us read the factor here why there are new low and new high in the market last night. Okay, so the dollar rose to its highest level since November last year as traders weighed the impact of the Delta strain on the global economic recovery and signs of a more hawkish Fed speeches. Okay, so that's why there are a lot of new low, new high. Okay, so the US dollar index rose 0.44% in net trading to 93.56. So the US dollar strengthened against the G10 currencies across the board. Okay, so after the Federal Reserve meeting minutes released on Wednesday, suggested that policy normalization may begin this year. Okay, so traders will pay close attention to Jackson Hole annual seminar later this month to find more clues about the direction of the Fed's policy. Okay, so there are the factor here. As we can see, that's why there are quite a lot of new low and new high in the market last night in the Forex market. Okay, so we go to next session is Asia section. What are the important economic data we have to focus on today? So in the Asia section, there are only one important economic data, which is JP inflation, Japan inflation rate yearly. Okay, so the previous is negative 0.5%. Forecast is remain unknown, and the actual is negative 0.3%. This is actually is slightly higher than the previous, so this is a good news for Japanese yen. And when come to EU section, so there are UK retail sales monthly at 2 o'clock later. Okay, so previous is 0.5%. The forecast is 0.4%. The data release time is at 2 o'clock later. Okay, so if higher than expected reading, it should be taken as positive or bullish for the GBP. So while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative or bearish for the GBP. Okay, so the next one when come to EUS session tonight. Okay, so there is one US session important economic data tonight. So it's CA, Canada retail sales monthly. Okay, so the previous is negative 2.1%. The forecast is 4.4%, which is quite a lot higher than the previous one. So remember, so you will still have remember a higher than expected reading should be taken as positive for the Canadian dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative for the Canadian dollar. Okay, so when go to the last part of our briefing today, so it's a market update of to go again. So resistance level of today is 1790. The support level of today is 1773. Okay, so my personal opinion will remain a bearish. I remain my bearish since from this Tuesday until now, still bearish, but we can see that the graph is still ranging at this price, but we can see the majority of the trend is still will become a bearish trend. Okay, so let us read the factors here. So the number of initial jobless claims in the United States dropped for the 4th consecutive week. So this trend shows that as the economic recovering, labor market conditions are improving. So the US dollar hit the 9-month high on Thursday, which is yesterday. So concerns about the aggravation of the epidemic and the Fed's meeting minutes show that the Fed is considering reducing pandemic stimulus measures this year. So which has hit global stock markets. There we can see that the stock market is getting bearish trend on these few days. So we can see here, right? Okay, bearish trend and also bearish trend stock market. Or a bearish trend. Okay, so the rise in the price of gold may come to an end for the time being because the US dollar index is still rising strongly. Okay, the bottom needs to pay attention to the support near 1750 at this price. Okay, so we took a look on the market graph here of the gold market. So if the price rise up above the resistance level 1790, so we will move up our target to R2 here, which is resistance 2, which is 1795. So if the price didn't break through the resistance level here, so we will still remain our bearish trend. Okay, bearish prediction at our target will be on this one, the S1, the support level, so with 1773. So if the market price, if the gold price break through below to 1773, then we will move our target to down here to 1764. So that's all for the briefing today. So, and I wish you have a good day and enjoy your weekend. So bye bye.